Hi guys, today I am doing a skincare routine. This is updated. I probably haven't done one in over a year, and my skin is different, I guess, than it was then. I'll leave all my skincare videos below, all my acne things below, and I think that the reason I wanted to do this is because my skin is so unique, I guess, and I feel like a lot of people have dry skin, they have oily skin, they have acne prone skin, you know, you kind of fit into a category, at least a lot of people do. And I don't. I have dry and acne prone skin. It's kind of difficult to find a balance of products when that's your skin type. But you know, you don't want to over moisturize because you don't want to break out, you don't want something too heavy, but you also don't want something that's going to make you overtly dry. I've suffered with acne for a very long time, as most of you probably know, and last year, or about a year and a half ago, I finally felt like my skin was on a good track. It wasn't perfect by any means, never has been, but it was so much better than it was like in high school and things like that. And that probably lasted for, I want to say, 10 months. I got a zit here and there, you know, that time of the month, all that fun stuff. But it was stable enough where when I woke up in the morning, I wasn't like, oh my god, I'm gonna have to load up on the makeup. I looked in the mirror and I thought, oh, I have a few spots, but it's not a big deal. But it started to get really weird, I want to say last winter. I got really dry skin. I still wasn't breaking out. My skin was so dry. It was like cracking. No matter how much moisturizer I put on, my skin like hurt. Like it felt so parched that it hurt. Like if you ever had really dry hands or something, it was in pain. And I wasn't using anything different. I was using the same products. But one of the products that had helped to clear my skin was a prescription. And it had retin-A in it, or tretinoin. I think it's like the same idea. According to my dermatologist, I don't know. I'm not obviously an expert. But because it is so intense, it can cause you to be very oily or very dry. And so what it was doing was making my T-zone super shiny, but underneath it, my skin was so dry and ashy and flaky and cracking. So I went back to my dermatologist a while back and have tried since that 2 other prescriptions that did not work for me. I'm pretty sure I mentioned them in videos. But when I first went on the retin-A prescription mixed in with my other things, and then my skin, what I needed was help with all over acne. Like my acne was so heavy duty, and it was a lot of cystic breakouts, big breakouts that take a long time to get rid of. But currently what my skin has been like the last few months has been mostly clear, but a lot of little tiny white like zits, like not even whiteheads, but they're like red. There's like little red tiny little bumps that like are so, they go away in like 2 days, but then a bunch of them come back, and they're just like everywhere, and it's annoying. Like I'd almost rather have like one big zit somewhere than all those all over. And so what that is mostly adult acne. It's almost considered a type of rosacea, and so my doctor gave me something different. So right now I'm on 2 prescriptions. I'm on one in the morning and one at night, and they've been working for me for a month now. I feel like I always tell people, go to the dermatologist if you have acne and if you have skin problems, no matter what they are. But if you're going to go to the dermatologist for your skin, you have to make sure you tell them everything. I mean, when I say everything, I mean everything. And I know that sounds weird and like they don't really care. And if you find the right doctor, they will care. I make lists of my skin, take pictures if your appointment isn't for a month. If you have like a severe breakout, take pictures without makeup on, save it on your phone, show it to your doctor. A lot of doctors will even let you send it to them or email them so they can see it without an appointment if you need something right now. And let them know what products you're using, because you can find that you might think you're using the best product out there, or really organic or something, that something could be breaking you out, and your doctor will know if it's too heavy for you, and they can help you to change different products in your routine. I think you should just always tell your dermatologist everything you're using. I had a product that I was using for years that was working for me, but your skin changes just like everything else. You could use a medicine for years and all of a sudden it stops working. That's kind of how your skin is too. I think the biggest thing with skincare is to test things out. It's trial and error, it really is. So I'm going to go in starting with my morning routine and then tell you my night routine, but I'll try to give you as much information on them as I can and like what they do for me and everything. I know it's going to be kind of a long video, but I hope you stick with the video and watch the whole thing. So let's get into the actual routine. My morning routine starts with washing my face. Now I use a wash from LUSH. I find LUSH to be very good for most people. It's very sensitive. It has a lot of more natural ingredients in it. I use the Angels on Bare Skin Cleanser. It is a solid cleanser, so it's like granules that you scoop out of a thing and you add water and wash your face. So it's a bit more different than like a gel or like something like that. You have to keep it very sanitary. It's not going to last as long as some other things. You don't want to get moisture in it at all. So I just take about a nickel dime size amount of that on my fingers, add a bit of water until you kind of have like a lather, not a lather, but like it breaks down and it's a bit more of like a cleanser than like a grady thing. The reason I like that is because it is exfoliating, and a lot of people say you're not supposed to exfoliate every day, things like that, but it's not severe. It's very, very, very gentle, has lavender in it. I find that my skin tends to be very bumpy. Whether I have current breakouts or not, my texture just isn't smooth. When I put makeup on, I don't feel like it looks smooth. So that is why I use this, and it definitely helps a lot. I've tried other cleansers that aren't like that kind of material, and they're like, you know, a gel or something, and they just don't work for me. If you have very irritated skin, whether it's acne or dryness or anything, I find that that cleanser really calms my skin. It doesn't feel moisturized afterward, but it doesn't feel as tight as a lot of other things do. If you're one of those people who washes your face and you have to put moisturizer on like immediately because your skin is like so thirsty, this might help a bit. So I use that, and then I go in with my toner. Now toner is a step that a lot of people skip, and I think that that's actually okay. I don't think it's like the #1 most important step, but I do think at night it is kind of important because it does get that extra trace of like makeup or dirt or grime off your face after washing if you missed like around your hairline or in here or something. The toner I've been using for ages now, for like 3 years I want to say, is the Botanics Cleansing Toner All Bright. Looks like this. It's about $8 at Target. I really do like it a lot. It's not irritating. I did try the Pixie Glow Tonic, which I did like, but I found it to be quite irritating. It can make you very, very dry. I think that was one of the things that made me very dry last winter. This one I find to be very good. It's very neutral. I think it just kind of helps get that extra bit of cleansing on my face after I've washed it morning and night. I use it. It has hibiscus in it, so it's supposed to be brightening, help with tone. That's kind of what I use this for, because most of my products are meant for acne or dryness, and this one helps with tone, which I have a lot of scarring and just like things like that, and I find that this does help. Although I plan to switch as soon as I'm done with this one. I plan to switch to something even more natural, because this still does have quite a few ingredients in it, and alcohol is one of them, which can be a bit drying. So I decided to go to, I just purchased this recently from Amazon, but the reviews were great, and I'll keep you guys posted about it. But it is rose water, and it is pure 100% rose water. Like, there's literally no ingredients except for rose water in it. It was about $12 on Amazon. It comes in a box like this. I'll leave a link to everything below, by the way. And it's supposed to be very, very soothing for your skin. It's supposed to help with acne, balancing your pH levels, things like that, because I do find my skin is very unbalanced usually. I have an oily T-zone, I have dryness, I have just like everything happening at once. I would recommend checking it out. So I'm assuming that's going to work for me. I don't know yet, but I just wanted to throw it out there because it is something I'm really excited about using. And then after that, in the morning, I go into one of my prescriptions, and this is a Clindamycin phosphate gel. Now Clindamycin, I'm not sure exactly what it is. It's been in about 3 different prescriptions I've had since, oh my gosh, like 8 years ago I started using acne prescriptions, and the 2 that worked best for me had this in it. The other ingredient in the first one I tried was benzoyl peroxide. I cannot use benzoyl peroxide. It's amazing for some people. I'd rather have acne than the dryness that benzoyl peroxide gives me. And then in the tretinoin one I mentioned earlier, that was like the one that was working for me, that then was like too much. This was the other ingredient in it, clindamycin, which is quite gentle, so that's why I use this one in the morning, and it works differently than the other one. So if you're on 2 different prescriptions, they may work very differently, so make sure you're separating the use of them. It's a gel, it sinks into your skin super, super easily. I just really like this one a whole lot, and it has no scent or anything. It doesn't irritate me. It's not drying whatsoever, which I really like, and I feel like it just really clears up my skin, and I like it a lot. And then my morning moisturizer is actually, once in a blue moon, the same moisturizer I use at night, and that is the CeraVe, I think that's how you say it, facial moisturizing lotion in the pump. This is about $11 at the drugstore. I've seen it for a lot more, depends where you go, but this is the PM one, simply because they do make an AM one, but it's the exact same one. That one has SPF in it. I use SPF in my CC cream almost every day. Anytime I'm ever leaving the house, I use that CC cream pretty much. So I'm not so concerned with SPF because that has 55+ in it. It's for normal to dry skin, which I would say I have more dry skin, but I really like it. It doesn't make me too oily in my T-zone whatsoever. It has ceramides and something I can't pronounce and hyaluronic acid, so it is very good for moisture. And it also, what does it say? Something about your protective barrier. It's supposed to also help with wrinkles. So it does a lot of different things. I think it's good for anyone in their 20s. I think Cetaphil is probably the better option if you have more oily skin and acne and you're younger. If you are kind of in your 20s, 30s and you're having acne and you want moisturizer that's going to help with aging, and you don't want it to be too drying, but you also don't want to be too oily and you don't want it to break you out, I think this is definitely a good one. It's pretty affordable. It has 0 smell. So that's great. In the morning I also use an eye cream from Badescu. That doesn't really matter because it has nothing to do with, like, you know, your acne or dryness. But I have dryness under my eyes and dark circles, and I use the Badescu Ceramide Herbal Eye Cream. It's supposed to prevent wrinkles as well as help with like puffiness and stuff like that. So yeah, I really like that one. I did buy a CeraVe one that I'm going to be using when I run out of that. And then I also bought this Badescu Seaweed Night Cream. I put it in a favorites a couple of months ago, and I really like it. It smells so good and it feels so nice on the skin, but I think it is too heavy for me, so I just use this on my neck. I find it to be quite heavy for my face, even though I liked it a lot when I first started using it. I don't know if it was making me break out or what, it was too moisturizing for me. And now I use it for my neck because I'm one of those people who's so cautious about having like a saggy neck. I don't want to have that, so I use this on my neck, and then when I run out of this, I'm probably not going to repurchase it. It's kind of expensive. I'll just use my like cocoa butter cream on my neck. That is my morning routine, and then at night, first thing I do after whether I'm wearing makeup or not, it depends, but if I'm wearing makeup, I use my cleansing oil, which is from the Body Shop. It's the Camomile, however you say it, cleansing oil. I absolutely love that stuff. I haven't found a cleansing oil I like at all as much as it. It's kind of expensive, it's like $18, but it lasts for like 8 months, so, or if not longer, depends how often you wear makeup. So I go in with that if I am wearing makeup, and I just find that it really removes everything. It emulsifies all the makeup on your face. You just, apply it to your dry face, rub it all around. It also removes most eye makeup, not all waterproof eye makeup. I do use a separate eye makeup remover because I use waterproof mascara. I really, really like it a lot, and it makes my skin more moisturized and definitely balanced. I would recommend if you think that your skin isn't balanced, I do think a cleansing oil can really, really, really help to balance your skin. Then I go in with the same cleanser as in the morning, the LUSH one. I find that just is very, very helpful, useful. I like it. It's like nice for the end of the day. I go back in with the toner after I wash my face, which is the same one, and then I'll be using the rose water one when I'm out of this. And then at night after my toner, I use my other prescription, which is called Soolantra. It's an Ivermectin cream. I don't know really what that means. Dropped it. It is a kind of thicker white cream. It is whatever my dermatologist recommended for me for my little tiny red acne spots. So if you have those kind of spots that are like very small little red spots kind of all over, then I'd ask your doctor about it, because I think it's really working. It doesn't make me oily, it doesn't leave any residue. It didn't give me like that purge, which I noticed is really nice, because anything with tretinoin or retin A, those are the ones that are going to give you that purge when you first start using it, of all your skin's going to break out real bad for like a couple weeks, but then it goes away. But these two prescriptions I'm talking about didn't do that, so there was no purge experience. But I really do like this one a lot. I think if you have those small little red breakouts and you're a bit older, this one's good for you. I guess just ask your dermatologist about it. And then the Clindamycin I think would be good for anyone who has any kind of breakouts. I just think it's amazing. After the prescription at night, I go in with Salic, which is my holy grail. I've told you guys about this for I don't even know, what is it, like 2 years now, and it's just my holy grail. If you have acne, try it. It's about $18, $19 I want to say, or maybe it's $20 now on Amazon, which it really isn't that bad. Comes in a cute little bottle like this, and I love it. It is technically a moisturizer, so if you have oilier skin, you could use it in the morning as your moisturizer and at night as your moisturizer, but it has salicylic acid in it, which is the #1 like acne fighting product on the market. You can get it at a million different drugstores, a million different brands, but this is the one that's worked best for me because it does have green tea in it, and I find that that really helps soothe my skin. You can use it as a spot treatment all over your face. I just use it at night as more of like a treatment kind of serum thing, because it is like a serum-y lotion texture, but I love it to death. I honestly think this is amazing. If you have acne any type, whether it's minor, major, or oily skin, I just think it's so great. Definitely check out the reviews on Amazon if you're interested in this. Once all that sinks in, I wait like a minute, and then I go in with the same CeraVe night moisturizing lotion, which I really like. My skin just feels so good in the morning, and then at night I go in with the same eye cream and the same like neck lotion cream as the morning. But that is pretty much my skincare routine. If you have any questions about these products that I didn't answer, or like pricing or anything like that, I will leave all of these below and links to them if I can find them. Obviously not the prescriptions, because you can't buy those without a prescription, but I will leave the name of them so you can ask your doctor if you're like interested. Please, 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 please ask me questions. The reason I do these skincare videos is to help you. I'm very passionate about skincare, especially when it comes to acne. I know I'm not a doctor, but I can try to help. But my #1 recommendation to anyone with any kind of skin issue, no matter what it is, go to a dermatologist. I know it's annoying, you have to find your like insurance plan and find what's covered and like find someone who actually listens to you and someone you like, but it is so worth it. Make sure when you have a routine, you stick to it. Don't sleep with makeup on. Seriously, don't do it. Please, seriously, please don't do it. I think that's all I have to say for this skincare routine now. It's so long. Oh my god. Oh, I also want to mention that I am going to be doing a favorite face mask favorite face mask video soon, so any masks or any things that's not in my every single day routine will be in that video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you stuck around until the end right now. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe to see more videos from me. Yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.